I'm still learning to get around on YouTube. Yeah, I'm only half dressed here. Okay. All right. Talking to heaven. Let's call it that. Your beloved, deceased, if I can spell it right, pets. There. Talking to heaven, your beloved, deceased pets. Oh, and I left my list upstairs. Ha ha! Melanie. Well, I do remember Doug. Doug Diedrich. Doug from Poinette. I do remember I think he had a deceased pet, Molly. If Doug comes on, we'll confirm all this because I totally left my list upstairs. I don't know what happened to me. I just had a senior moment. Okay, so we're talking to the pets that we didn't get a chance to from the last time. So this is Doug. I'm just putting Doug from Poinette down here. Hopefully Doug will be able to come on, but if not, so we have Jules. I'm just calling you Jules if that's okay, because Jules der Moor is too much. German Shepherd Raja. Did we talk to that one yet? I can't remember what we talked to last week. Raja. What do you mean what happened to your cat, Dane? What do you mean? Like the cat died suddenly or disappeared, or what are you talking about? The cat Dane. I need a little more details on what do you mean what happened to it. Yep, this is part 2. This 10 toes. I have 10 toes. That's kind of an interesting YouTube name. I bet you there is a story behind your YouTube name. You had a chow chow named Ayla. That's a pretty name. I know, I forget everything. So did we talk to Raja before or not? Because if not, I'll put you on the list for the new one. Dub English. And she had Nikki, who is a Rottweiler. So this is the continuation from, oh, was it a week ago? Like over a week ago. She disappeared? The cat disappeared? Dang. So you don't know if the cat's alive or dead? How long ago did she disappear? That's too bad. Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the show. I have my Anna Kay deck, because people are always going to ask what deck I'm going to use. This is Anna Kay. And then some of the pets come through and they're like, I don't want the Anna Kay. Not for me. So then I have to grab one of these others, but I only have 6 out. I usually have 30 decks out. And then I just go like this. I scan over the decks, and the one that really speaks to me, boom, I grab that one. I grab that one and go for it. So I like to put the pet's name down because sometimes I can get information just writing their name down. And let me make sure I got my phone shut off, because there's nothing that irritates me more than a phone going off when I'm having a YouTube video. That's just unacceptable. It's a violation of your time and space. Okay, put that away. Now, I'm ready to focus on you guys tonight. So, where are we going to start with? We haven't talked to Raja? Okay. And Christina Marcourt has, I'm doing up my list again. Christina Mar, I'll just put Mark. My dog, Baby. Dog. Maltese. Okay. And then we've got, oh, you actually have the date your cat disappeared? 1/4/2018. Man, that cat's been gone 2 years. We're doing, it's Kevin Martin. We are doing, I'm not doing general readings until Sunday. How did I get chat revenue? Oh, thank you, Kevin. Now I guess I have to give you a reading. Will you ever find love? Thank you for the super chat. All right, let's just do it. Is it's Kevin Martin going to find love? Thank you, thank you, thank you for the super chat revenue. It just showed up like bing right in front of my eyes. It was so interesting. Okay, So is Kevin Martin going to find love? You know, it's a big challenge for you. I'm not going to lie. It's a big challenge. Wow. Kevin, you got a habit of meeting people that aren't really healthy for you. So I don't know if you were aware of that. But this is the devil. This is the devil card, and this is the Seven of Swords. So you've drawn in relationships that they're not honest, and they have a lot of baggage, and they have a lot of gunk. So let's try to change that. So what can Kevin do to meet healthy love? Let's just call it healthy love so he can be happy. All right, you got to focus on this pattern. That's the Page of Swords. You've got to be aware that you've got that pattern of drawing in dysfunctional people. Are you aware of it? Think about it. It's not your fault. You just brought it in, all right? Now, what's he going to bring in next? Okay, by being aware of it, you're going to conquer it. That's the Emperor card. And this is not going to be easy. You can't like fall in love with people right away. You can't meet them and get so interested that you're over enthusiastic. You got to be like, whoa, we're going to be friends. We're going to be just talking, maybe not even friends. You've got to develop some kind of a relationship with these people so you can screen them out before it gets too attached too quickly. Am I making sense to you? So you're ending the old way of who you were just based on me explaining what you have to do now. So you're going to have a period of waiting for this new, that's the Hangman. You're going to have a period of waiting. It's not long. I'm thinking maybe 2 months if you do this work, if you really focus that, yes, I've drawn in, you know, this type of behavior. Really identify what the negative traits were of who you had love with in the past, and quickly you will find someone. The minute you do that work, it speeds up the process. So let me just keep pulling here. Here you are working on it. See, hard at work on that pattern. See the pattern? See the pattern? Hard at work. That means you're not just going to be like sitting in a chair and they're just going to come right to you. There's going to be a little bit of work involved. All right, you're going to eliminate the ones that have baggage, like it's ridiculous. You know, everybody's got baggage, but you know what I mean, dysfunctional. You're going to eliminate those. So you're going to meet a couple people that you're going to have to be like, nope. So you're not going to get super attached right away. And look at that. Look at that. That's a relationship card. But look at how many cards, look at how much work you had to go through to get there. So this is not going to be like easy peasy street. But if you do the work, what did I do? Did I just set my card in water? I think I did. My card went swimming, and it's a Page of Cups, which is the water card. All right. That is your reading that, yes, if you identify that pattern, you will. Oh my God, I just got another super chat. Is there a message from my, thank you, Jamie Simmerman. Let's see, from my Husky Shepherd dog, Mac. Oh my God, he's been dead for 20 years? Okay. All right. Jamie Simmerman. How are you doing tonight? We're going to tune into Mac. What's the message for Jamie? Thank you so much for the super chat money. You're welcome, Kevin. You know if you do this work that you got love coming, so it's up to you. You know you can do this. I know you can do this because everybody deserves love. Everyone does. So Jamie, Mac, are you there? Oh my God, does he love your family? He said there was so much activity at your house, he didn't know which way to turn. Boo, he said, I grew up in the most active house. There was always something going on. He was also kind of obsessed with birds a little bit, even though he was not a bird breed. He had a mild obsession with things that flew. And I think he's trying to show me birds, but he could have got into a beehive nest. He said somebody trained him, like somebody was very thorough with how they trained him or how he had to behave, or they were like, now you have to, you can't jump up on people, and like somebody like talk trained him and did a good job. They did a good job because he was very smart. He was very smart. He didn't want to leave the earth plane but he was suffering, so he had to. So he understands that he did. He also shows me like bad knees or limping or something with the legs, toward the end. But it feels like he's showering blessings down at you because he did have a good life there. It wasn't always, you know, on the up and up. He had some periods of roughness in his life, but he had a good life. All right, let's quickly do Doug. I don't know if Doug's on, but let's quickly get Doug done so he can. I think he said he had a Molly that was deceased. So Doug, your pet Molly might have been a cat. Was a one person pet. Like Doug, this looks like you. I'm sorry, but I got to show this in the camera. I know Doug, you guys. And this looks like Doug. Doug, that looks like you. And you had the key to that animal's heart. That animal loved you to the moon and back. And also loved to sit in windows and sit in the sun. So it feels like as it got older, it had trouble retaining its heat. The animal, because the animal was always sitting like near heat or in the sun. It loved the sun. So I wanted to get Doug done first. So thank you for letting me do that, even if he's not on. Jules has a German Shepherd Raja. So I got a list going, you guys. We're finishing from last week, the pet readings. So we're on to Jules, who has a German Shepherd Raja that passed away. Ooh, did that dog get buried and not cremated? I mean, this is weird. It's showing a grave. It's, you know, now if you got a body out back, like, don't be talking about that shit. Oh, that's just the body he watched we buried. No, we're not gonna, I never bring up that stuff. But he does show digging. Maybe he was a digger. Maybe he dug and buried things. I think he could have been a digger. But back then, I don't know when he died, but some people bury their pets instead of cremate. But he definitely shows like a favorite tree. So I don't know, he's showing me a tree. Like, I don't know if he had a favorite tree. Oh boy, there was a lot of turmoil when he passed. This was horrible. It's almost like the person didn't know how they were going to go on without him. I mean, sometimes you guys, these pets, they're family. You can grieve just as much as if your family member died because they are family. This dog really felt like he was family. And look at this. He liked groups of people as long as they were people he knew. He was a little suspicious of people that he didn't know because I feel like he was shy. In the younger years, he could have been shy. But he is sitting there thinking about you all the time. Like, he's thinking about you all the time. And I feel like somebody would grab his ears, pull on his ears. I feel like he's showing me, and nice. I mean, or, you know, playing or something, and grab his ears. He's like, I had irresistible ears. Sometimes they tell you the weirdest stuff and you're like, I don't know what to do with this stuff, but I just tell it like it is. Okay, so that was Raja, and then we want to know what happened to Jane Finley English's cat Dane. It disappeared like 2 years ago. I'm going to use Robinwood for that. I show these decks for the readers who might listen to this because it helps them learn the tarot if they want to. What happened to Dane? I'm going to pull 3 cards. What happened to Dane the cat? Look at this. They were looking and looking and looking for the cat. It takes me a minute because when a cat's missing, I have to figure out if it's dead or not. I feel like this cat could be passed away only because of the way that it's communicating to me. But the cards indicate that it crossed over a bunch of land. You see all the land in this card? And it was not quite sure where it was. And then this is a woman picking it. Somebody like picked it up. And I was like, okay, so are you living with her? Like this, you know, the story of this woman, because there she is picking, like the cat got picked up. Somebody found it, picked the cat up. They had kids at the place. So it was alive during that period. And then, okay, and then it passed. So it did get picked up, and it was around kids, because these 2 pages here, it was around kids, but this is the card about rest in peace. So it passed. So it did pass. So I think it was injured when they picked it up, and they maybe tried to treat it or something, and it didn't survive. It didn't survive the injuries. So I believe it's on the other side, and I'm going to ask, how are you doing on the other side? How are you doing? It's kind of mad that it had to die, because I think it really wanted to live. And there again, it was in fields. I'm seeing fields. This almost makes me think somebody hit it, because see his hands on the sword, and it's the king. Like somebody like could have hit it with a car or something. Because see, it's trying to cross something. That's the chess game. You have to, these animals speak in symbols, and I feel like it was like trying to cross something, like maybe cross a road or something, and maybe a car like partially hit it, and then this woman picked it up and attempted to save it. But I feel like the cards are giving me validation that it's passed. At least that's what I feel like. So I'm really sorry that the cat is probably passed, but it's kind of crabby on the other side. I don't know if it was crabby on this side, but it's not really happy about being passed away. See, it wanted to get home. It's still showing me, it's still showing me that it wanted to get home. The cat wanted to be returned home because everybody loved it there. Everybody loved it there. Dang. Well, I'm just going to tell the cat, you're going to be fine. You can still go visit, you know, it can still go visit you wherever you live. It can still go where you live. So I would just send that cat a lot of love, that you're fine. You know, it's a little crabby, but I think it's happy that you reached out to it and that you're thinking about it. Do you have a road, like you go to the end of your road and it makes a T and you can go one way to the other? Because I feel like the cat passed near like a T-section road. I just got that visual in my head. Who knows? It's Monday night. I'm just going to share that with you. 10 Toes has a Chow Chow Ayla. We're going to tap into Ayla. So you guys, if you haven't had a deceased pet reading yet, we are doing those tonight. Oh, it passed in 2019. That's okay. That's all right. It's okay. The cats, they don't know dates when you talk to the cats. So, okay, I'm just looking. I have to keep scrolling down. Sorry for the delay. I know who's next. The Chow Chow Ayla. But I'm just seeing if I have to add anybody to my list. Oh, you've seen him in your house, so he's passed away. Yeah. I feel like he came to a T-section of the road, Jane, and he thought he could he darted over one part of the T and went to the next where the roads branch or something, like a T-section, and that's where he miscalculated and got hit. But I don't think he died right away, and somebody picked him up, didn't know where he belonged, and tried to save him, and I think he died. So I think he died in the care of people, which is good, because he didn't die out there by himself. Did you see my question about my dog Biscuit? No. It's Kevin, so I'm adding you to the list about your, thank you for telling me, because I didn't see it. So Biscuit, dog. Okay, so it's Kevin, so I'm putting you on the list. Hi, newer subscriber Elle. You've got to be kidding me. You guys know that. Oh, you guys don't know this unless you're on one of my other tarot pages. That is funny. I love your name. And thank you for subscribing, Elle. Really appreciate that. Jamie Nicolai, super chat. Sorry I missed that because I was scrolling up to read to put people on the list. Cat Lizzie, absolutely. Super chat. Jamie Nicolai, her cat Lizzie. Lizzie, come through Lizzie. Ooh, this was a finicky kitty. Finicky. Whoa, you were picky. This cat was like picky about the toys, picky about, it's almost like why, it's showing me the paws. Did you have it declawed or did it have something that it didn't like with its paws? It's showing me the paws. I don't know why it's doing that. Didn't like rain. So I don't know if this cat went outside or if it just didn't like the thunder and the rain, did not like the rain. I feel like you had at least one vet bill on this cat. Like, I mean, other than just regular checkup. This cat all of a sudden brings you like tons of roses, and it knows that it was loved. And there again, it's showing me this paw. Did something happen to its paw? Like I'm seeing this paw and it won't stop. So either it injured a paw, it got declawed, something's going on with that cat's paw. It's so interesting. Ellen Key. Ellie Key. E-L-L-E Key. Yeah. That's, yeah, Jamie, that's what I was thinking. I've been getting those messages all the time. So Jamie Nicolai, this cat has to tell you, loves you. When it had to leave, it walked right out of the body. Like, you know, like even if the body was ugly in the dying process, this cat's like, I'm out of here and on to better things. It was a very proud moment when it could be free, into the other world. It just walked into the other world and that's where it was. Now, I still think that you could see glimpses of that cat through the side of your eye because I feel like that cat loves being near you. So it was a Lhasa Apso. He was sick. Okay, it's Kevin. He was a Lhasa Apso, whatever that is. They're all cute. All those dogs are cute. Oh, she was declawed. Okay, that's why she keeps talking about the paws. Like she was not gonna let me stop talking about these paws. So she was declawed. Okay. And I feel like she didn't like rain, like rainy days. I feel like the cat did not like that type of weather. And I don't know if it's because all the movement of the rain coming down, the cat just was annoyed by that. Is a great cat. Okay, so the Chow Chow Ayla. Ayla. See, this is what I like having a list because if I didn't have a list, I wouldn't know where the hell I was. So 10 Toes Chow Chow Ayla. Oh my gosh, was that dog chunky? That dog's like, I'm chunky. So what? I'm chunky. I begged and I did get fed. Looked like though it could have had some food sensitivities, like it itched or something, like it went through itching at certain times. I feel like the skin got hot or something. Had certain toys that it liked, but when it was done playing, it was done. Like it would look at it and decide, am I going to play today or am I just going to trick these people? I think this dog could trick people, Ayla. I think it really could because it's showing me like I played when I want to on my terms, and then other times I'd be like, hey human, look at me. I kind of rule the house. I'll play when I want to and I won't play when I don't feel like it. That is funny. That dog has a carefree spirit. I don't know if you want to see these cards. A carefree spirit. It's out in the spirit land, but when it was down here, it loved people, loved its family. And then I also feel like the dog would stare at people. Like it would pick someone to stare at and it would just stare at them. I'm like, why would you do that? And the dog's like, because I can. Well, that's funny. What a comical dog. That dog sends you a lot of love. You were a good pet person. You are a very good pet person. Your bird. RQ had a bird that flew out. 10/23 of 19. All right. Did that bird have a name? I know, I'm chunky too. Just embrace our chunkiness right now. She was 16, okay. All right, so Deb English had a Nikki the Rottweiler. Deb English, are you still on? And then Kevin, I'll do Biscuit, okay? So let me just circle, it's Kevin. I'll do Deb English, Nikki, and then Kevin, I'll do your Biscuit dog. Okay, so Chapito, okay, thank you, because sometimes it helps to call in the name, or I had a bird, I've had lots of birds pass, and so if I call in a bird, then all of my birds are going to be coming in. I had some really cool birds. I went through a period of my life where I still love birds. I mean, they are just interesting animals. So Deb English, Nikki the Rottweiler. Nikki, can you come through? Nikki. Oh, Nikki, what are you showing me? Just a second. I don't feel like this dog was very good at protecting. I feel like it thinks it should have had a job, but it didn't do the job, or it did the job and the people got mad. I mean, it's like I did not do like what I was supposed to do all the time. Like it feels like that. Like it comes through like I wasn't like doing things the way I always should. So sometimes I frustrated my humans. That's what it's telling me. I frustrated my humans. Wow, this dog literally walked out of its body into the light. So don't feel bad if you had to put the dog down, because that dog was like, thank you for doing that. Oh yeah, Angel of Death. Wow, we got 2 Angel of Death cards here. So if you have any guilt at all on what happened to this dog that it died, I would like get rid of all the guilt, because it's telling me the death experience was the most beautiful thing for the dog. Because, you know, there was a lot of fear. Did this dog have fear issues? Like if a loud bang would happen or a loud noise, like I just feel like it didn't care for, I almost feel like the dog had extra sensitive hearing. Loved people, loved its family. This is the family card, sending lots of love to the family. Very happy. The dog is so happy that you reached out to it. And I feel like for the most part, this dog was a happy dog. I see the tail wagging. I feel like it was happy. I feel like the hip, like the hip, something happened to the hip at some point. Like I feel like the hip, I want to walk, but the hip hurts. So I don't know if it did something that its hip hurt. But that dog is sending you a lot of love. We're going to jump down to It's Kevin and his Lopso Opso Biscuit. All right, Biscuit. Is Biscuit okay? Biscuit, are you okay? Oh, Biscuit also walked into the death in a beautiful way. Glad to get out of that body. So Biscuit, see all the yellow there? I mean, Biscuit joined other animals, the other animals there, but felt the person down here in the corner that's grieving. Biscuit still feels like there's a lot of grief that is expressed over this dog leaving. Look at this dog. Stop it. This dog is funny. Stop the grief. Look at this. Stop the grief. This dog is hilarious. Why? Biscuit, why should he stop the grief? Why are you saying that? Because he wants this dog wants happiness. This dog wants you to be happy, and that it was part of the family. It loved the family. It was quirky. This dog was a quirky dog. Sometimes it wanted to be alone though. Sometimes the dog just wanted to be like alone, like have its own alone time. It's deliriously happy, but does miss you and wants the grief to stop. That was very clear. That was very clear in that card. Okay, so Sorry about that. I'm still recovering from that virus thing. I don't even know. But now, who knows what's going around in the winter. All kinds of crap. All right, so this bird. The neighbor down the street said he found him, but he passed away. I don't know if that's true or not. He was green and red. All right. All right. Okay, so I have to, excuse me, I'm going in order. So Christina is next, Marquardt. And she had a baby. It was a Maltese. And then we will do our cue, okay? So are you putting your names on here? Okay. Yeah, Biscuit moved on. You're exactly right. Wants the grief to stop. in a big way, actually. Okay, Christina Marquardt. All right. Baby. Ooh. Oh, that was a really spoiled, rotten dog. That dog was spoiled rotten, and it's actually admitting it. Most of the time, they don't admit that. That is funny. I have to drink some tea here. All right, baby. Look at you. Oh, that dog's hilarious. That dog had fun. That dog had fun playing with people, liked to have the belly scratched, very meticulous about who came around it. Like it was meticulous. Like some people it liked, some people it didn't. This dog was also didn't like to be taken too far away from home. Like this dog would worry, or maybe it worried when the humans left on trips. Like, did the humans go away and leave the dog? I mean, in a good way. You know, you go on trips and people take care of it. That dog always worried when somebody left, it wouldn't come back. Like, I feel like it stared out the window. If somebody left, that dog would, like, stare out the window. I'm checking my battery. Make sure I got my laptop plugged in. So that dog sends a lot of love, and it feels like it could have been a night owl dog, like a dog that would really alert to the things that happened at night and could have told you if it saw something weird at night. Funny. Okay, that is a very interesting dog, Christina. It has a very unique character. Let's do the bird that flew out the window. And we're going to, excuse me, we're going to see if the neighbor is lying. It's going to be the regular deck first. So the neighbor said they found the bird. It's funny they didn't bring the bird back and show you the bird, but what the hell? What kind of neighbor is that? Chapito, the bird, green and red. Is the neighbor lying about finding the bird? What the hell, neighbor? I actually pulled a card with two houses like the neighbors. Literally, there's two houses on there, like the neighbor card. That's weird. Christina. Didn't like the humans to leave, but didn't like to leave home. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That was very interesting for that dog. It's Kevin. What happened to my dog Chico, Chihuahua? Wow, you had all these pet things. Oh my gosh. You had so many pet things. Thank you for the super chat. He sent me a picture of my bird on his shoulder. Okay, so you think the bird might be alive yet. Okay. This is the sadness, and then this is also something hidden. All right, something hidden, like I'm hiding something. So when you ask if the neighbor, here's the neighbor, and then here's hidden. So I'm gonna ask, is the bird alive? Is the bird alive? Chapito. Yeah, I think they have the bird. or they had the bird. I mean, you should go down there and get your bird. Holy mac. If it's at your neighbor's, you would think that you'd be able to get it. You'd think that you would see it, or you could ask the neighbor, you know, if they're going to, you know, I don't know what you'll do in that case, because, you know, if you call the police and you say that the neighbor stole your bird, you could end up with really big neighbor issues. But at least that way, if the police officer went, he could be like, if you have pictures of you with the bird, unless they sold the bird for money, I don't know if it's some of the macaws and that are worth a little bit of money. And so he's changed the name to Coco. That's so weird. So let me just talk to the bird. I can talk to live birds. I don't have to always talk to dead things, dead animals. Okay, so Chipito, who might be Coco now, what do you think of where you are now? Doesn't like where it's at now. Feels like it's trapped. Feels like it's trapped. Like it never gets out of the cage. Like it's trapped. So it feels like it's trapped. This bird, it's in a bad mood. It's just in a bad mood. It's in a bad mood. You shouldn't have to offer money to get your own bird back. That would be ridiculous. They need to give it back. Oh, this is weird. So I don't know what to think of this, because there is a spirit in the card. There is a spirit in the card. And then this feels like an accident, like something happened, like see them falling off the wheel. So it does make me think that something weird is going on with that. Oh, Chico's your dog? Okay. Oh my gosh. Well, we're all going to send you prayers to get that bird back if it's alive. I'm not sure, because that was a weird card at the end, the wheel. That can be another cycle, like the bird could have passed in some weird accident. But yeah, just send the energy out that you definitely need that bird back somehow, and let Spirit try to get that bird back for you. Or maybe go to the authorities and just tell them, you know, you suspect that the bird was there. Especially if you have a picture of the neighbor with the bird on the shoulder, that would be direct evidence that the bird was taken from you. Or even if it got out, you still can't take other people's animals. That's illegal to do that. Okay, so we have, it's Kevin, Chico, a black Chihuahua. It's Kevin. Kevin, you're like the star of the show tonight. Chico was a Chihuahua, and we changed his name to Coco, but had to give him up, and I never knew what happened to him. So he could be alive. You think Chico could be alive. So I'm going to use a little bit different deck here to see how Chico's doing. Rather than communicate with Chico right away, I'm going to see if Chico, how's Chico doing right now? I'm just going to ask the Robinwood deck. How is Chico doing? You're welcome, Archie. So Chica is with a family that has a lot of problems. Like they have a lot of problems. Like a laundry list of problems. And there's another aggressive animal. There's another aggressive animal in the house. This is an animal that's aggressive. Unless Chico was aggressive, feels like there was another animal that could have been aggressive toward the dog. I think the dog got sick though. Okay, so I don't know that this dog is living anymore, because this looks like a pretty major. Ooh, that just flew right out of my hand like, woo! Luckily, I don't get freaked out easy. I feel like that dog got sick. There's a lot of blood loss. I feel like it got sick or had something happen to it. So let's see if we can talk to Chico. Chico, where are you now? This dog, if it's alive, because it's not wanting to admit that it's alive or dead, but it's old. Like I'm talking the movement, it can't move very well. And here, it's also someone comforting a sick person. Do you remember I said in the other card that I thought it was sick? And here's a sick card with an old person in it. A sick card with an old person. I feel like that dog ran away. Like it ran away, maybe even more than once. Here it is escaping. The escape artist. Some of those dogs can be. Oh yeah, and then it moved way out of the area. Like it was taken way out of the area. So I think another dog was aggressive toward it, because here's fights, like people fighting. So I think the family it went to had a lot of problems. I think the dog had to listen to all this fighting. Oh, the aggressive animal toward it was a cat. They had a mean, nasty cat. And the dog was like, what the hell? So this makes me feel like maybe the dog is past because of the shadows. So it feels like this dog could have passed because of the shadow people. Usually when you show shadow people, that's usually a sign for me that the dog could be passed. Yeah, it's passed. It's just telling me in the very next card, I'm passed away, I'm with the angels. But it wanted to tell me that it was old and it you know, it died and it was old. It had some mobility issues. But yeah, that dog is passed. I'm sorry that it is, but it kind of lived with a angry family, but they never hurt the dog. They never hurt the dog. But the cat clobbered it a few times, but I don't think it, I think it more annoyed it than anything. Was timid, okay. No, you don't need to feel bad. That, you know, that dog didn't indicate that, you know, it indicated that there was an aggressive animal, but, you know, I think the dog, I can ask overall, did the dog have a good life experience when it moved on? Yeah, I mean, you know, this is not a bad card. So the dog did fine. It's just that it didn't really care for that family too much because they were kind of dysfunctional and they yelled a lot. But they never yelled at the dog. I think the dog was left alone. Ruby Virgo. Ruby Virgo had a Shih Tzu named Ruby. Let me read this now. Her name was Ruby. She passed. And Olaf, my pug, did too at different times. Your pug passed away at different times? I'm not sure I understand the pug part, but let's focus on Ruby. Yeah, that dog is totally in peace now with the angels, having a great time, fetching. Like, I think that dog liked to carry things that were way bigger than what it should have been carrying around. I think that dog was quirky, Kevin. That was a funny dog. So Ruby, we're going to focus on the Shih Tzu or Shiatsu named Ruby. So bringing in Ruby. That was an interesting little dog. I feel like it wanted to jump up high on things, but some things were, it's like I couldn't get up on certain things. Like it wanted to jump up on things, but it couldn't jump up on everything. So I don't know much about that breed, if they're too small to jump on things, but it feels like this dog would have lived on top of a table going around to everybody's plates. Like, I think, so I don't know if you had a cat that did that and the dog's like, hey, I want to jump up on that table and go around to everybody's plates. You know, it feels like that dog could have been like mildly food obsessed. That is funny. I also feel like there was something with the hair. Like you had like the hair around the eyes. Like, I don't know if you had to trim the hair around the eyes, but I feel like the dog's going like this and somebody's trimming around the eyes. So I'm, you know, like I said, that's just what the dog's telling me, like so it could see better or something. I feel like at certain times a dog would shake. So I don't know if he shook with nerves or he would just shake. No, these are not paid only. I don't do that, mermaid. Mermaid shark? Could you imagine if a mermaid met a shark? Shit. Swim. That would be like, that is an interesting name because I never even thought about a mermaid meeting a shark. That would suck if you were a mermaid. No, these are not paid only. I never do that on my walls. I don't know if people do that, but I don't do that. When I do readings on my pages, they're free. It's just donations, but that's not required. So Ruby, I feel like Ruby would shake at times. She's high-fiving you. Like, she's having such a good time on the other side, you wouldn't even believe it. It feels like she's with other people that might have passed or crowds, like a crowd of people. She's happy. Like if a dog can laugh, I feel like the dog could smile. Like it's like I could smile. I could smile. Oh, this dog is so content. It had a content life for the most part. It had some wanky stuff, as they all do. But this dog is very content on the other side. It's just basking in the sun like everything is good. And it still sits on somebody's lap. It's still sitting on somebody's lap when it feels like it. That is very interesting. Mermaid and a shark getting married. It's a holy matrimony. Oh yeah, it would be full of holes, for sure. Tons of holes. Like however many teeth sharks have, that kind of holes. She was a teacup, so, oh, after she passed, I got a pug. Oh, okay. The pug passed too? Oh. Virgo, I'm not doing like regular readings tonight. We're doing deceased pets, but you can tune into my show on Sunday nights because I do readings on Sunday night, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then I'll finish up with one more pet reading and then we will be done because my goodness, I have got a list of things I got to get to. Ofari or Snoopy. Let's see who comes through. Are these dogs or cats or what are these? Ofari. See if I can bring Ofari in. Whoa. Did that animal have a temper at times? I feel like that animal could have had a temper because I get this King of Swords. So maybe that animal's like possessive of a toy. And if somebody went to pull the toy away, there was a growl. Or maybe it would growl. Sometimes they bring King of Swords because there's a growling factor in there. The King of Swords can be very verbal that way. They're dogs. Okay. So I feel like this dog liked to play growl because it's telling me, it's even showing me, this is freaking hilarious. This is freaking hilarious, but look at that. I play growl. Is it focusing on it? Oh man, come on camera. Look at that face. It's like a play, there it goes. See that face? Like a play growl, like, I feel like it could have had a really high pitched or weird growl sound. That is funny. Oops. Oh, did that dog have an accident? I feel like the dog feels like it had an accident and went to spirit. Did one of those dogs, I feel like it said I had an accident and I went to spirit. So I'm not sure why it thinks that. And there's a wheel. Why is there a wheel? Did one of those animals have a quick, like there's a wheel, so hit by a wheel. I mean, this is literally it's being hit by a wheel. Now, this could be somebody else's dog coming in that got hit by a car. Here's a big wheel. You can imagine how big a car wheel would be to an animal, and then it hit it. So and then there's the spirit card. So somebody's animal, if that's not yours, somebody's animal's coming in saying, I got hit by a car. And I'm like, okay, it's Kevin. You don't need to keep giving me money. You don't have to be like making all these donations. Thank you, but it's, you know, it's definitely not required. Are you destined to move or stay? Ooh. Oh my God, what is going on with you? I'm going to send you some healing energy. They're saying that you're destined to go where life will be happier for you. They're not going to give you instructions on whether you're moving or not, but they're saying to go where what makes you feel happy. So if staying makes you feel happy, which I'm not sure it is because I didn't pull some good cards for that, but to follow your heart on what feels good to you, and that will be the right thing, and you're going to get guidance for spirit. So they want you to actually ask the unseen world of love and light, the unseen world of love and light, to help you or give you signs about the best thing to do, and then make sure you're following your joy, your passion. If it feels good to move, then I would move. Do with what feels good for you. Mermaid Shark. Yuki was a German Shepherd Husky. Oh, she attacked, the dog attacked. Oh, okay, so when the dog attacked your current dog, the mom got rid of it. So you're just wondering what happened to Yuki? Yuki, what happened to you? I'm just using a regular deck. You know, this dog was loved. I mean, did you go to a home that loved you? Yes. And see, they're closing the mouth from biting. The dog had to go to a place where they knew how to handle biting dogs. And see how she's gently closing its mouth, that you're not going to bite anymore. So I feel like this dog, I didn't get any feeling that the dog passed away. I get a feeling it went to someone who knows how to deal with that kind of breed and that kind of behavior. So I think that you can sleep well knowing that. Yeah, that dog knew that it was loved. That dog knew that it was loved. Okay, I have to head out, but you guys, I love you being on my channel. Be sure to click like on this if you like these videos. Stay tuned for more. Sometimes I do pick threes for deceased pets, so you can, I'll probably do one of those every month. So every month I'll have a pick three where you can communicate with your pet through a pick three. And I love doing those. It's one of my favorite things to do. And if you have any murder mystery topics or just mysteries in general, I'm looking at state parks right now and the paranormal activity in them, and also missing some people that just disappeared off the planet. And what I try to do is communicate with them to see where they are and if we can possibly get any hints about how to find them. So that is what my channel is about, big mysteries. And then Sunday nights are usually open reading night. So we have a lot of fun on Sunday nights. So I hope you can join me every Sunday night, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. Thanks for being part of my channel. You guys are all super awesome. Thanks for the super chats, and I'll see you later.